All right, today on the show, we have Albert Garibaldi, who is a top realtor in Silicon Valley for the agency. And I'm really super excited about this particular episode. By the way, I believe, if I've done my math right, and I probably haven't, but I believe this is our 200th episode. So we're super excited to have Albert here to share this with us. But let me tell you more about Albert. So he is a speaker, he is an author, and also, of course, a top producing real estate agent advisor, where he is going to be sharing his passion and exceptional recipe that he talks about in his newest book, which is called Passion Punch to Success. Now, in this book, he shares how he went from zero to millions in home sales while staying committed to fitness, his family, and happiness. Now, he is also a riveting public speaker, which you're about to find out. He is known for his motivation and inspiration. And in this new book, Passion Punch to Success, he walks through exactly what it takes to be a success, to have a successful lifestyle that includes success in fitness, home, and business. In Passion Punch to Success, the keys lie in patience, being unstoppable, having no excuses, living with courage, and choosing happiness. It's all in the punch. And he also practices this lifestyle and shares how you can too. You can also read his work in his previous books, which are called Sell Your House Fast, For the Right Price, and Home Buying Mastery. You should mention these are best-selling books. You please follow him and find him on his website, which is albertgaribaldi.com. That's Garibaldi.com. Albert, before we welcome you, I want to talk a little bit. I'm going to brag a little bit more about Albert. I want to just give some of his accolades, because this is really an amazing man. He was, first of all, he was one of the founders of Intero, which is one of the top luxury real estate offices in all of California. He's also part of their top 1% chairman's circle. Out of 3,000 realtors, he made the top 1% 5 times. He was also their founding agent, and he was honored with the Rookie of the Year in his first year in business. He's been doing this 23 years, by the way, an author of the books we mentioned, and he's been ranked in Real Trends America's Best Real Estate Agents for the state of California and in his local area. He's also been a trainer for the Tom Ferry organization, and also a trainer for Intero Provisio program for over 16 years. He is a true legend and superstar. We couldn't be more excited to have Albert on the show. So Albert, welcome. We're beyond excited to have you.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. And this is a true honor to be on your show, and keep doing what you're doing. Keep bringing the value to us real estate agents, to the community. This is so awesome. So thank you for having me on your show.
Well, thank you. Our listeners love to hear someone's origin story. So I want us to go all the way back. We'll time travel back 23 years. Tell us how you got into real estate, why you got into real estate, and how you started building your business.
Thank you so much. Well, by the way, thank you for talking about me. That is so awesome. You were right on all that. And you know what's crazy? I failed the real estate exam 4 times.
Well, I'll tell you, my girlfriend is taking the test on Monday, and she is worried. And I say, don't worry. Lots of amazing top producers failed it. So I would tell her there's no pressure.
The more you're on the road to success, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So I got into real estate about 23 years ago, and I was in the high tech, and I was working a lot of hours. They gave me a lot of stock. They're like, hey buddy, here's the stock for you, bud. I'm like, oh my God, on the road making millions. Well, 1999, 2000, a dot bomb hit.
Right.
After all that ended, I think I owed my company money for the stock. So anyway, I was working a lot of hours. I have 3 kids, and my firstborn was 1 year old, and I just didn't see him too much. I was working a lot of hours, and it was just hard on on the family. So I made a shift. I meeting an amazing guy in this industry. His name is Gino Blafari. I don't know if you know the name. Incredible guy. Yeah, incredible guy. He's one of the CEOs right now running for Berkshire Hathaway.
Yeah.
Home services. And I met with him one morning about year 2000. Met him at 5:30 in the morning, and this guy just really amped me up, fired me up, and he got me motivated to get into real estate. So went from retail. So I graduated from high school, struggled academically. I got these learning disabilities. I was really scared and nervous. Where am I going to go? I don't have a college education. Academics were just tough for me.
Sure.
My outlet was sports. I was a pretty decent athlete. I played football. I played baseball. That's kind of where I got my woohoo,
Yeah.
right? So,
Sure.
yeah. So I was a little bit nervous, and so after I got out of high school, I went into retail sales. I sold electronics, and TVs, VCRs, uh,
Sure.
Walkmans. Similar to like a Best Buy. And I
Sure.
think I have one of those out there. But anyway,
Sure.
I did that for 5-6 years and did very well. I was the number one guy selling out of all their stores. And
Wow.
the crazy thing is, I didn't know too much about electronics. And I had all the electronic geeks that knew everything about electronics, but they couldn't sell a TV and a VCR.
Right.
Me, I didn't know nothing, but I would know how to get them out the door. Isn't that crazy? And
That
so
is.
audio geeks were like scratching their head, like, I don't understand this. This guy knows nothing about electronics, but he could sell a $3,000 stereo system. And I'm trying to do that and I can't do it. So anyway, I did that. I learned a lot, the psychology of working with the public. So I did retail sales. And then from there, let me back up. Before retail sales, I got on the phones and I sold benefit tickets for like 4 years and I crushed it there. I was making everybody laugh. I would call people, I would sell benefit tickets for like the firefighters and peace officers, right?
Sure.
I was the number one salesperson there. And the simple reason why is because when I called people, I made people laugh. Like if I was calling peace officers, I would say, "Hi, this is Albert Garibaldi with the Peace Officers Association. How are you?" They'll be fine. "No need to put your hands up. It's a friendly call." Like, "Oh, I didn't do anything. I never get in trouble. I don't even have a speeding ticket." Well, I got him because I instantly got him to like me. I built rapport and I was selling them tickets. So I went from ticket sales to electronic sales, which was the Good Guys. I don't know if you heard of them.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Good Guys Electronics. And then from there, I went into kind of the high tech, worked the corporate world, worked a lot of hours, had a little bit of a salary, and had a lot of stock. And at the end of the day, I had to get my stock back, and I think I owed them money. And then from there, I met this amazing guy, Gino Bulfari. He inspired me to get in real estate. And then I looked at him, I go, "But isn't there a test?" He says, "Yes." I go, "Oh, God. How am I going to do that? How am I going to pass this thing?" So ended up taking the test, failed it. Ended up taking the test, I failed it. And taking the test, I failed it. But I said, okay, this is ridiculous. So back in the day when we were taking tests here in California, they would give you in about 4 or 5 days, you'll get your report of what you need to work on. I brought that to a tutor.
Smart.
I hired a tutor. And I said, "Listen, I need to pass this thing." So I hired a tutor and I ended up passing it in my 4th try, and then I was super fired up, and then I got into business. And I tell you what, I was a nutcase. I didn't care about anything about paperwork, because all that paperwork means nothing to me if I can't get people to like me and trust me to help them buy or sell real estate.
Paperwork's the easy part. Getting somebody to trust you in their home purchase or sale is the challenge, of course.
That is a huge, huge challenge.
Yeah.
Is the psychology of getting people to like you quickly, because once you get them to like you, they're going to start to what? Trust you.
Right.
So the National Association of Realtors did a survey, and the number of things that consumers or homeowners look for in a real estate agent is trust.
Sure.
So how do you build trust, and how do you build it quickly? That's the magic.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So what were some of the ways that, here you are, you felt like, I don't know much about real estate. I did pass the exam. I work for a good company, but at the end of the day, I now need to find buyers and sellers who not only like me, but they trust me with one of their biggest purchases, maybe the biggest financial decision they'll ever make with their home. So can you talk a little bit about how you did that?
Yeah. Step back here for a minute.
Sure.
Okay? So I don't know if people understand the communication breakdown when people communicate. I don't know if you know what it is. Let me break it down for you.
Great.
38% is your body language, 54% is your tonality, and then really 7% is your words, okay?
Right, yeah.
So it's really not what you say. It's the energy that you bring when you meet with people, okay? So that's extremely important, is the communication breakdown. So knowing that the tonality, your body language is a critical component to get people to like you and trust you. So let's start with this. To get that mindset, right, and make you feel good, it starts with you inside.
Yes.
Right? You need to get that heart rate up. You need to exercise.
Yes.
You don't need to push a lot of weight. You don't need to go out and do marathons. You know what you need to do is elevate your heart.
Yeah.
Elevate it. Because it does so many different things. It makes you feel good. It cleans your head, right? It helps your mindset. It's super, super important to have a schedule where you put in your workouts. Okay, it's incredible. It's an incredible thing to do. Okay.
And we should talk about this because you live this life. And I think this is so impressive. You wake up every day and you're at the gym by what, 5 a.m. or about that time?
5:30 a.m. I'm 51, I'll be 52. And I got a 22-year-old son named Dominic. I got a 15-year-old boy, Nicolino, and I got a 13-year-old daughter, Daniela, and I have a beautiful wife, Daniela, who I've been married to for 26 years this year.
Wow.
So
amazing.
So here's the thing. You got to prioritize your life. Let me explain what I'm trying to say here.
Sure.
What is most important? Let me explain what's important to me.
Great.
Important to me is health, being healthy.
Yeah.
Because if if you're not healthy and feeling good, guess what? I can't serve you.
Right.
I can't serve your audience. I can't serve my wife. Right?
Yep.
So number one thing is health and fitness. Okay. Second thing, it's your relationships.
Yes.
It's building solid relationships. Okay. Have a great relationship with your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your clients. That's number two. That's my priority. And number three is my business. A lot of people have it the other way around.
Sure.
Business. And then their relationships start to suffer. And then they're getting out of shape and they feel like shit. So,
right.
Can I pass on this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I apologize, right? So you're right. You see what I'm saying? But
Yes.
it's the other way around. But you know what? You have to have a burning desire to want it.
Right.
I want to be healthy and fit. And so it's the passion that drives you. Now, let me tell you something real quick. Am I passionate about working out? Well, yeah, I like it. It hurts. I put on a vest, 20-pound vest, and I'm running up a hill. Is that fun? No. But let me take it so you understand how I do this 4 days a week, and then I had a personal trainer twice a week. It's not fun, but I'm consistent and I do it every day because it's the small passions that I'm passionate about that gets me out of bed to go do my hill sprints with a 20-pound vest. So let me give you an example of what I'm passionate about that pops me out of bed. Can I give you an example?
Sure. Please.
I have a 13-year-old daughter, Daniela. I'm 51. Okay? She'll be married when? If she gets married. 15 years from now?
Sure.
20 years from now? What are the odds of me staying alive if I don't take care of myself?
Much smaller. Yeah.
Correct. So what drives me is I'm passionate and excited to walk my daughter down the aisle.
Yeah.
And I need to earn that. And earning it is not taking care of yourself. You follow me? This is one example of the many passions that drive me. So many people that I've talked to in my career, and I've talked to so many real estate agents, I said, listen, it's the passion that will drive you. Listen, I have challenges. I have learning disabilities, but I become unstoppable because when you're passionate about something, you're unstoppable.
It's called knowing
everything. It trumps everything.
Yeah, knowing your why, right? You know your why. You know what gets you out of bed in the morning, and that helps fuel that passion along with the hard physical exercise to give you the energy. Yeah.
Right. So watch this. So a lot of people come in our industry, they're not really passionate. I want to make fast money. I want to work. The good news is real estate's hard because if it wasn't, I wouldn't have this opportunity in front of you right now, right? Right. So I get it. A lot of people are not passionate about real estate. I'm passionate about serving you. I'm passionate about inspiring real estate agents. I'm passionate about helping people buy and sell real estate. Okay, that's awesome. But if you're not super passionate about it, but let me tell you something. Real estate is an amazing vehicle to make extraordinary income. Okay?
Absolutely.
So you agents need to step back and say, okay, Albert is telling me I need a prospect on the phone. start calling people. I need to go door knock, right? I need to do this crazy thing. Boy, that's hard. I don't want to do that. And I got to do that every day. You need to step back and start writing down your passions.
Yeah.
It's the passions that will drive you, and it's the real estate business that will fulfill your passions. Like for me, my wife and I, we like to travel. Well, guess what?
Right.
We can't travel on, food stamps.
Right.
We got to go out and serve people and give extraordinary, when I say extraordinary, and I mean extraordinary service to people. And a byproduct of reward you're going to get is this thing called money. You follow me?
Yes.
Give extraordinary service. And you see what I'm saying? We could talk more about what does that mean, Albert? Okay. It's easy to cut your commission and do nothing.
Right.
It's hard to give extraordinary service. You follow me?
I do. And I'll tell you, it's funny. So just to share a little bit about myself. So my background's in marketing. I'm not a real estate guy. And yet I started my friend's business here, he started this company 13 years ago. I came on board 10 years ago. I'm a marketing guy. I am all about passion. And so we tried to figure out, how do we compete and recruit agents here in the local area? And we figured out a little niche that we thought other firms didn't have. And at the time, other firms didn't have it. And yet today, there are other firms that have copied our model. And so what I tell I have people that cold call for me, and we have all sorts of employees here. And we always say, the only thing that makes us different from every other firm is our passion. Other firms can copy our commission structure, our training, our support. We're not special in that respect. Where we are special is in the fact that we care more, and we demonstrate how grateful we are that agents choose to be here. Passion is everything.
Passion is unstoppable. When I go on a presentation, you know what I do? Oh my God, I make them feel so bad to say no. Think about that for a minute. Oh my God, honey, are you going to say no to this guy? Because I'm not. If you have the guts to say no to him, go ahead. That's how I drove and beat the competition, by sharing my passion, wearing it on my sleeve, and jumping off the roof saying, I'm super passionate about this business. The more passionate you are and the more you wear it on your sleeves, the people respect you, and it's harder to say no, and you become irresistible.
Yeah.
When I'm on a presentation, here's what I say. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. I know you have so much other opportunities, other agents to select from.
Of course.
I am so grateful, but I'm here. But I will guarantee you this. Nobody will have more passion than I have for this business. And I'm so passionate about it, I wrote a book. Can I tell you a little bit about it? And I go right into my whole passion, right? I'm unstoppable. So when I was speaking in training, I always brought up this whole thing, passion this, passion that. And my wife says to me, and people were coming up to me, said, oh man, I don't know if I'm passionate like you. Am I going to fail? Holy crap. You're like, what do you drink? Oh my God, you're a nutcase. I'm looking at him, I'm like, time out. I go, listen, you're just, if you're not that passionate, that's okay. Keep exploring.
Yeah.
I found my passion through the exploring, and I fell into real estate that I'm super passionate about. So you're not a failure. You just got to keep exploring. But you should step back and talk about what you're really passionate about. Okay. So I wrote a book, Passion Punch to Success, and I'm super proud of it. So proud of it, right? It's incredible. It's 146 pages. You can read it in one sitting, and it packs a punch. So these people are coming up, they say, man, you're so passionate. Am I a failure? So I'm like, oh my God, I'm really driving this passion thing too hard. So my wife says, you know what, honey, you got to write a book. I'm like, write a book, honey. I don't know where to put an apostrophe or a period. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, we're going to do this then. I go, we're going to do this. So I sat down. I remember this very clear. I was sitting down on my couch about 2.5 years ago. Write a book, passion. What is the title of this thing? So I said, okay, I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to say, okay, I'm so passionate about health and fitness. I'm so passionate about my relationship. I'm so passionate about my business. What are the powerful words I get from all this? So I wrote down all these powerful words. 65 of them. I looked at those words. I go, oh man, this is awesome. I shrunk these 65 words. I shrunk them to 10. I'm like, what? This is awesome. Because when you're passionate, these 10 words happen in your life. Okay? And I challenged myself. I said, okay, Albert, let's dig a little deeper. Came up with the 5 most powerful words, and it became an acronym to the punch. PUNCH. So when people say to me, hey, Albert, how do you stay focused on your relationship? How do you stay focused on your health and body and fitness so consistently? How do you do well in your real estate business and make it look easy? I said, you know what? Because I pack a very passionate punch. I have a very powerful punch. Let me tell you about it. When you're passionate, when you're super passionate, one thing is critical in life. You need to have patience.
Yes.
Period. If you're not passionate about it, you're not going to have the patience required to succeed. In real estate, when you're working with a new buyer, do you need patience?
Tremendous patience.
Holy moly, they're looking at all that paperwork going, help! If I sign this, am I going to go to jail, Albert? What are you doing? Right?
Yes.
You need patience in building relationships. Is this business a relationship business? Yes.
Absolutely.
You can't build a relationship overnight. It takes time. It takes patience.
Just like you can't build your physical body overnight. You are running up hills many days a week with a 20-pound vest, which is not fun, nor is it easy. But over time, it transforms your body. So,
yes. Yeah. So when I prospected on the phone, people were hanging up on me, cussing me out, right? I didn't give up. Why? Because I had patience. I was passionate. I knew it was a matter of time that I'm going to just meet nice people.
Yeah.
Right? Patience, number 1. If you're passionate, patience is there. Number 2, when you're passionate, you're unstoppable.
Correct.
People can't say no to me when I go to a presentation. It's not because I wear my hair 50 feet in the air. They say yes because they're attracted to the passion and the love for what I do.
And you know why that is, I think, is because everyone deep down wants to be passionate. They want to have a passionate life, and they see other people who have that and live it, and they go, I want to be just like them. And what they don't realize is that is an earned thing. You have to earn that, and you have to earn it by taking care of every part of your life.
Yes, perfect. Well said. Guess what? When you're passionate, we have this amazing letter, which is N. No freaking excuses.
Yeah.
I don't give any excuse why I'm not getting out of bed to go bust my ass. I'm not giving excuses not to spend time with my wife to go do a pedicure when I have a $2 million listing appointment to go on. There's no excuse. I'm doing my freaking pedicure.
Yeah.
No excuse, right? There's no excuse not to prospect every day. There's no excuse, period. When you love something so much, there's no excuses. Is this cool or what?
It is cool. And I want to pause for a second because I want to put a huge feather in your cap, because I interviewed, and this is completely coincidental. And I interviewed one of your former students who also team member, Jordan Mott, who was NAR.
I remember him like he was a rookie getting in the business.
The only reason I even realized you guys were connected was when I found you on Facebook. I saw we had a mutual friend. I went, oh, do you know Jordan? You go, do I know him? Of course I know him. So I want to just real quickly tell our listeners, they should go back and listen to this episode, because here's what Jordan does every single day. He did this for 2 or 3 years straight. He is one of the National Association of Realtors 30 under 30. He's closing like 60 or 70 homes all himself, no team. And he's doing that at Antero. And I asked him, I said, how are you doing that? You know, you're a young guy. Nobody should be trusting you to help them buy or sell homes. You're a young guy. You're inexperienced. And he goes, you know what I did? I outworked every other person in my area. And I said, well, what does that mean? He goes, every morning, like you wake up and do physical fitness. He also is a big physical fitness guy, as you know. But he said, every morning I would go and hand deliver on people's doorsteps a little postcard explaining who I am. I didn't mail it. I hand delivered it in a suit. And I go, and he goes, that's pretty much it. That's what I did. And I go, does anyone else do that? He goes, nobody. And here he is, and he's just crushing it.
It's success is about being consistent, right? And that's what
absolutely.
It's all about your mentors, who you're hanging out with, right? Because you can't get to the top by yourself. You need the people around you. And so I got very, very lucky and very grateful that I met 4 or 5 amazing guys in our industry. You know, one of them I already talked about, which his name is Gino Blafari, right? He was the founder of Intero. He was the visionary guy, and he gave me an opportunity to go out and get uncomfortable and grow and teach and train. And I wouldn't have that opportunity if it wasn't for him and many other people that I surround myself with, right? So yes, that's a great point. It's all about being consistent. It's all about, here's the thing. I haven't even got to my C yet in my book, My Passion Plunges to Success with the C yet, but man, it's all about changing your state.
Yeah.
Right? Because we all get in a funk. Now, do you think I walk around my house like this all day long? My wife's going to go, hey! I'm like, what? Hey, take the garbage cans out. I'm like, take the garbage out. I'm like, you think I'm, oh my God, where is it?
Right.
No. But one thing I have learned is the psychology of communication. Now watch this. Honey, not right now, I'll do it later. Guess what she's gonna say? No, it stinks, do it now. Watch this. Honey, you're absolutely right, that garbage stinks. I cannot believe it's been there that long. I'll get to it in a few minutes. See what I just did?
Perfect.
Are you gonna get mad? No.
Because you acknowledged what she was feeling. You didn't disagree with it. And you said, I value you. I value your opinion, and I will help you with this.
Right. So it's about changing your state. We all get in a funk. I mean, I'm not feeling good all the time. I got to shift it. Look how crazy I am. You want to know something? What month are we in?
August.
Right. That's what happens when you're a real estate agent. You know what month it is.
He's holding up a Christmas Santa coffee mug.
Because I'm looking forward to the holidays. It's August.
Yeah. I love it.
Now look at. So it's about changing the state. The beautiful thing of changing the state is you can do it quickly.
Yeah.
It's right because it's your physiology. In your mind, it's what do you put in your head, right?
Yeah.
Because what you put in your head will spit out the reality, and you're gonna, whatever comes in is gonna come out.
You're right.
Does that make sense? So what are you putting in there?
Oh, yeah, we should be really careful, especially right now with so much negativity. There's always negativity in the news, but right now there's so much. Oh, it's an election year. There's a lot to get agitated about and depressed about, and we have COVID, and there's a lot to feel bad about, and we really have to be careful to not. I mean, we should pay attention, but we should be really careful about what we're feeding ourselves with all day. We could sit and watch news networks all day long and feel terrible about ourselves, or we could know what's going on in the world and still feed ourselves with good energy.
It's so important. It's so important. So going back to that, when I'm sitting on the couch with 5 words, and oh, by the way, when I discovered those 5 words and I was looking at them, and I'm like, oh my God, punch! I ran into my wife in the bed. I go, I did it! She's like, what's wrong with you, nut? I said, I have the title of the book. And she goes, what is it? I said, it's Passion Punch to Success. She's like, why do you say that? I go, it's an acronym. It's the way we live our life. Patience, blah, blah, blah. She's like, did you really think of that? I said, honey, come on. Yes. What do you think? I've been drilling myself the last 2 weeks. You told me to go write a book, and this is what I'm doing, and that's what you say. So anyway, so I was super fired up when it hit me. I'm like, holy crap. So C is courage.
Yeah.
It takes courage to get on the phone. Hey, this is Albert Garibaldi. When are you planning to sell your home? Oh, really, you jerk? Where you going, right? Or you're going to door knock. You hand the flyer. I used to door knock all the time. Sir, step away from the door. Do you know who this is? Did you read that sign? It says no soliciting, right? But that requires courage.
Yeah.
Because courage does what? It makes you uncomfortable.
Right.
Breaking news. When you're uncomfortable, guess what happens?
You grow. Yeah.
If you would have knocked on my shoulder in high school, this senior year, hey Albert, I'll be like, yeah, you're going to speak in front of 1,000 people. What? You're talking to the wrong dude, man. Are you on drugs? I got to speak in front of lots of people because the passion is giving me courage to get in front of people. So it's allowing me to grow. What you're seeing is my passion coming through. And it makes me create courage to get myself uncomfortable. So especially in the real estate industry, you're going to need a big dose of courage.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of this business gets you uncomfortable. You're doing a presentation, that's uncomfortable. You're going door knocking, that's uncomfortable. You're making a cold call, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah. And what you learn too while you're doing those uncomfortable actions is all of a sudden you get through it and you go, well, it didn't kill me and it wasn't so bad. And all of a sudden over time, your mindset starts to change. Now, I will tell you, I work out with a personal trainer as well, which I should have been doing for years and years. And I just started doing it because I realized when I have a personal trainer, I actually go work out. So for me, it gets me to the gym and she crushes me. And every time I walk in, I'm like, this is going to be awful. And it is, but it's worth doing because at the end of it, number one, I'm stronger, but number two, I'm proud of myself. And I go, oh, I did that. And that was really, really hard. And it makes it just a little bit easier the next time I go in. But if I wasn't uncomfortable, if I just did something basic, I wouldn't be getting stronger and I wouldn't be filled with the energy I have now. So you're absolutely right.
The advice I give to real estate agents is get yourself freaking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to grow, man. Okay. So that's C.
Yeah.
That cool? That cool? This is what passion's done for me. Gives me a lot of patience. Makes me unstoppable. No excuses. Courage. And the H. You ready for the H?
Yes.
Happiness.
Yeah.
Buying a Lamborghini, nice cars, nice house. That's great. But when I talk about happiness, I'm talking about true happiness.
Fulfillment. Yeah.
Fulfillment. Are you happy the way you feel? Are you happy with the relationships you're in? Are you happy with your business and what you're doing? It's about truly, 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 truly being happy. That's the magic. Okay? So, man, that's passion punch to success. It's so funny. It is so funny. So I was talking to my publisher and editor, and I said, I want to create like a little plan of action. She says, okay, well, what is that going to look like? I go, can I fit that in the book? She says, well, what kind of plan are you actually talking about? I said, something simple. She says, okay. I was thinking more like a 14-day regiment, 14-day plan. Day one in my plan, you know what it is? You're going to love this. Day one in my book, the first thing you need to do is eliminate assholes.
I love it. Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Assholes will bring you down. They don't want to see you succeed. They're a pain in the ass. They ruin your what? Your state.
Yes.
Luckily, when I have an asshole, I know I'll change my state. You know what day two is? Replacing the assholes.
Yeah.
Replace them. Because what you'll find is, getting rid of him, getting rid of her, getting rid of him, getting rid of her. And all of a sudden you're like, where'd everybody go? Right? You gotta make new friends, build good relationships, surround yourself with people that have the same mindset so they can elevate you, right? I would not have this success if it wasn't, again, for the people I surround myself with, constantly pushing me, inspiring me, right? So I have a 14 regimen in my book, and it goes on for 14 days. And I wrote that, which is incredible.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I want to remind everyone that this book is available on Amazon. So just go to Amazon. We're going to post a link to it on the notes here. So if you're listening to this audio episode, look at the notes. If you're watching it on YouTube, it'll be in the description. But you just go to Amazon if you're not able to access that, and just do a search for Passion Punch Success. It'll come right up. Purchase this book. This is a best-selling book, and real estate agents are the main focus of this book, and this will help you get into the right mindset so that you can achieve what you want in your real estate career.
Can I share something that's kind of fun?
Yeah.
You know what's kind of cool? So we're all humans, and we all have different personalities, right? Like there's the amiable, there's the analytical, there's the tribal, right? There's just these different personalities. So you know what I like to, first of all, I don't like to say I'm a real estate, I'm a great salesperson. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm a real estate advisor. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I am a award-winning, what do you think I'm going to say? I'm an
Real
award.
estate, real estate agent. Yeah.
I really want to say something else, but I'm not going to say it quite yet.
Okay.
But I'm going to say it in a nice way like this. I'm an award-winning connector.
I love it.
Okay. This business is all about connecting with people because there's different personality types. When I show up to an amiable person, that's a people pleaser, right? So when I'm meeting with them, their main objective is, how am I going to please these people that are going to buy it? Look at my room. Is it painted right? No, 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 no.
Yeah.
You got to become them. You got to understand who you're talking with. Or you got the driver. He wants control. Make him feel or her feel like, yes. And I even tell my drivers, you know what? I'm so impressed with you. Have you ever considered getting your real estate license? You see that? Makes them feel good, right?
Sure, of course.
So here's what I want to tell you. And forgive me for saying this, but to connect with people, okay, it takes a form of effort. You can't just show up and be you. That's great. But you got to be a little bit more of an award-winning actor.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm passionate about this. Let me explain. In my mind, I am the best real estate agent that ever walked this planet. Nobody is better than me. Nobody will treat people as good as I'm going to treat them with extraordinary service. They're lucky they found me. But the reality of it is you cannot connect with anybody, with everybody, unless you are focused on who you're dealing with and kind of become them, if that makes sense.
Sure.
If I'm analytical, I'm not coming over here like this with him.
Right. You're bringing lots of data, lots of
data. If he's looking at the data like this, you're looking at the data like this. If he's scratching his head, you're sitting there scratching your head too. If that looks kind of challenging, yeah, that is kind of challenging. Oh my God, yeah, that is kind of weird. You got to mirror match people, make them feel comfortable. Does that make sense?
Yeah, meet them where they are, not who you are versus who they are. Meet the person where they are and who they are. And for anyone listening who's thinking, well, maybe that's not super authentic. It's actually the most authentic thing you can do, because what you're doing is you're saying, I am so connected to you that I am going to meet you where you are. I am going to meet your needs. Like you were saying, your wife wants the garbage taken out. So you have to think, am I willing to meet that need? And you go, you know what? She's worth it. It's worth it. It might take me a couple more minutes, but I'm going to do that for her because I know my why. And my why is I want this person to feel connected and comfortable with me.
Yes. And you know what? It's about getting them to like me so I can connect with them, so I can build rapport, so they can trust me, because I cannot afford them to go work with another realtor.
Sure.
Because I'm going to earn them and get them the most money through my passion. There's just no way. So I need to do what it takes to be engaged, get focused, have the right mindset, be in the right state, okay, and approach them. And so, and a lot of it, if somebody asked me, hey, Albert, what would you do different today than you did when you first started? You know what it was? Thinking back on all that, it's the whole belief system.
Yeah.
The day for me became magical when I said, I am the best. I am so badass in this freaking business. And I became unstoppable. See, I can't, I should say this, but I'm not very good academically. I struggled in English. I was intimidated by all this paperwork, right? Am I going to be a good real estate agent? Can I even do this job? Am I going to suck? It's the self-belief. You have to believe in yourself and believe that you can make it in this business, and not only make it, become a great role model, inspire people, motivate them. So people, not am I passionate. You know what's crazy about this? Not am I so passionate about this real estate industry in serving clients. I'm passionate, quite frankly, to inspire people.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about it. It's crazy. You know, I don't get paid for doing this.
Right.
And my main goal is to truly, truly help people. And I'm passionate about being a good role model. You know, give people hope that it can be possible. You know, you can have a great business. You can have a successful relationship. You can be healthy and fit. It all could work. Okay, but stepping back then than I am today, the difference really for me today is my belief is through the roof. When I show up to the appointment, in my mind, like I went to one yesterday, they're lucky they found me. They're so lucky. And watch this. I'm going to give them a discount at 6%.
Right. Right.
They're getting me for 6%. That's a discount.
I mean, if you think about it too, they're getting you one of the top real estate agents in the country for 6%. That is actually a discount. That is objectively a discount. That's not just you saying, well, I'm giving that is legitimately a discount. I would pay a premium for the top person in any industry that I would hire someone from. Absolutely.
If you don't believe you're worth it, the clients won't either.
Of course. Yes.
You have to believe you're worth 6% because your body language, your tonality, they can read it. So you have to believe that you're worth it. And so the way I say it is, hey, you're getting me at a discount of 6%. See, when most real estate agents, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of them have a very weak mindset. And they're walking up to the listing and they're going, oh my God, this house is gorgeous. Might be able to list this home. I tell you right now, I'm going to go down to 4%. I am going to, they're already cutting their commission before they ring the doorbell.
Right.
Right? I'm walking up saying, man, let's just see if this house fits my marketing plan. Looks good. They're lucky they found me, right?
Yeah.
So it's the confidence, but at the same time, you can't be cocky. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're humble, right? You want to build rapport with people? The best thing you can do when you're working with buyers or working with sellers is ask a lot of questions.
Absolutely.
The more questions you ask, the more rapport you're building, the more trust you're going to earn. If you're sitting there throwing up everywhere, you're not connecting with them.
That's right.
What are you looking for in a real estate agent you choose before we get started? They'll tell you what they're looking for.
The number one question I ask, so when I do recruiting, because that's all I do is recruit real estate agents, I say, look, you're already at a great firm. I love the firm you're at. And that's not disingenuous. I like pretty much all the real estate firms. I say, but if you were to think about switching firms, what's most important to you? Is there anything you're not currently getting or you want more of it? Because if I don't know that, I'm just, like you said, spitting up information. Well, here's why we're so great here. And they might go, I don't care about any of that. You know, yeah.
Well, so it's all about great questionings and shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't give a long-winded explanation on handling an objection, because the more you defend that objection with so many words, the weaker you become. Albert, what's your commission? Would you go down 6%? No, I don't do that. You want to earn the most money, right? Let's do the right thing and sign the paperwork.
Right.
And shut up. Or say, hey, Albert, what do you do to market the home? You know what? That is such a great question. Are you comfortable with everything else? Well, yeah. So once we can go over the marketing, okay, and talk about the powerful plan that I have to get your home sold, are you prepared to sign the paperwork? So I'm tying them down. Well, yeah, Albert, let's see what you have to say. I want to narrow it down. If there's an objection, I want to know. That's a perfect time to tie them down on whatever that objection is. I want to make sure if we handle it, we move forward. Is there anything else? Okay, even the commission, right? And then when you get the commission on the phone, hey, Albert, I know you're going to come tomorrow at 5 o'clock, because I'll ask them on the phone. So do you have any questions before I arrive? I guess a lot of times they say, well, yeah, what's your points? How much commission? Sure. Right? You're not going to sit there, my points. Let me tell you something about my points. My points are 6%. No,
right.
That's not the right time to say whatever your commission is, right?
Right.
What you do is you acknowledge, you repeat. For example, say, yes, What's my commission? That is my favorite part of my presentation. Everybody asks that. I'm assuming you're asking that question because you want to make sure that I get your home sold fast and for the most money in your pocket, correct? Besides commission, what other concerns do you have? You see what I just did?
Yes.
I did not answer the question. I was on his side. I get it. You want to get the most money. And then I level shifted to something else. See, because it's not the right time to answer that question because they haven't even seen you. There's no value yet. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, man, it's just so exciting. But a lot of this is all about mindset.
It is. Mindset's everything. Mindset, knowing your why, is going to get you out of bed at 5 a.m. to go hit the hill with a 20-pound vest. Knowing that you want to walk your daughter down the aisle. Knowing that you want to provide for your family and go on nice vacations and provide for them and build the business that you want by helping people and also earning a nice living along the way. Knowing all those whys is what drives that energy to do the uncomfortable.
This book is passionate about giving back to the real estate community. And it all stems about being passionate about the real estate business, or if you're not that passionate, that's okay. Go get passionate about these little things and then use the real estate industry as a great tool to live out some of your passions that you're passionate about. Because, real estate is an incredible business and it's incredibly hard, but that's what's beautiful about it.
Right.
It's easy. You don't want it to be easy. You know what I'm saying? You just don't. It's just, it has to be hard. You just got to work on your mindset. You have to
go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
You have to have a schedule. It's got to be a basic schedule. What does that look like? What is your goals? If you want to sell 10 homes a year or 5 homes a year, how are you going to do it? What does your schedule look like? How many calls are you going to make? How many people are going to door knock? So let me just tell you, my business model since I got in this business has been on the phones.
Right.
Everything. Expireds, for sale by owners, just listed, just sold. Okay. I sold REOs from 2007 to 2013. Okay. How did I get that that REO account? It wasn't sitting in bed or listening to the bad news, getting me in the wrong state of mind, right? I was working on my mindset. I was cold calling people that I knew that had potential connections to get me into becoming an REO agent. And I did. I became an REO agent for one of the largest banks and sold hundreds of properties from 2007, 2013. That was driven by the phone. Okay. So phones are free. And the cool thing about phones, nobody's doing it. So when you're right, nobody else is doing it, and you call them and say, hey, if you're calling your past clients or your sphere of influence, just call them up and be genuine and say, hey, I'm thinking about you.
Yes.
What in the world is going on with this corona?
Right.
Are you okay? Do you need toilet paper? What do you need? Do you need something? I'm here to help, right? And then ask them for business. So most of my business, when I first started in real estate, was expireds and for sale by owners. And I screwed up, I failed, people, hung up on me, but that was beautiful. I was learning and became more and more effective. And a lot of it was the energy and tonality that I was putting through the phone and stuck with a script and stuck with good questions, and then building some rapport and then going out there. So I built my business on this company called Land Voice, okay? And I give you a link, which is landvoice.com/Albert, okay? I'm a big fan of this company. I've been using them for over 20 years. When I first started, they were just for sale by owners, and I made a killing doing for sale by owners. Then they got into expireds. Then they got into just listed and just sold. But what I like about them is they have this thing called Expired Pro that they'll actually give you the cell phones. So you can call them on their cell phone, okay? So I gave you that link. It's my landing page, and I called the company because I'm really good in with them because I've been using them for so many years, that they're giving all your users $30 for the first month to try it, and you get everything.
Yeah. So everyone, and this goes back to being uncomfortable. If you say, well, I don't want to make cold calls, guess what? Nobody wants to make cold calls, but just like nobody wants to do 50 push-ups in the morning, I don't want to do it either, but it's a good idea. So what I'm going to suggest is everyone listening, go to landvoice.com/Albert, put in the coupon code TAKE 117, take 117, and you're going to get $30 for your first month, or you're going to pay $30, which is normally like 3 times that price. So check it out. Get uncomfortable. Nobody is calling FSBOs or expireds anymore. We're not doing it, and you get to make your mark. I know agents that have, like Albert, who have made their whole career on those. And nobody wants to do it because guess what? Picking up the phone is hard. It is hard, but it gets easier.
It's not easy. And, it takes time, but But anyway, and it's free. Okay, so
Yeah.
you pick up the phone, it's free. You can call from your cell phone. But then you could do some door knocking. There is no open houses for now. I used to build my business a lot on open houses and understand the people coming in and how to connect with them and picking them up as clients. But right now the open houses are kind of obviously for great reason. But so right now, let me just share with you real quick. So selling real estate for 22, 23 years. Did very well, right? Placed real high in real trends and, for production, all that fun stuff. I did it. It was awesome. But right now, I'm really focused on commercial. So I'm still doing the single family homes, but I'm really working on the commercial assets. And I have a team that I work with. We have some private equity partners in Silicon Valley that we have amazing relationships with that can actually buy assets in the commercial side from 15 million to over 1 billion. And we've actually produced an LOI. What we can do is over 1 billion. Can you believe this?
Wow, incredible.
Incredible. And guess what? That all came from
pounding the phones.
So right now I'm kind of reinventing myself on going through the commercial. It's like I'm a brand new agent.
You're getting uncomfortable again.
Yes, yes. So we have these great equity partners that are looking for off-market commercial assets, really in Silicon Valley or in northern and Silicon Valley, but they're also looking outside, even areas of where you're at. Mm-hmm. So if any of your viewers have any commercial contacts and they're looking at some commercial opportunities, they should call me. We're looking for a minimum 15 million all the way up. We can go all the way up to $2 billion. That's how amazing this is. So I surround myself, guess what, with amazing guys in that space that came and said, hey, Albert, it's time, bud.
Yeah. It's
time. I'm like, time for what? I'm doing fine. I sell real estate. I got a cute book. Time for what? I'm 51 years old. What do you want from me now? You have a lot of contacts. You need to get on the phone, and I'm going to coach you on how to sell commercial. Commercial? Are you nuts? And here I am, a year and a half into it. I can't disclose too much because we're on a lot of NDAs.
Sure.
Commercial world. But wow, that's all I got to say. So that's kind of where I'm going. I'm going into the commercial space, but I still want to give back to the real estate community and help them, inspire them, and share my story and, inspire them to have a passion punch because you become unstoppable. You really do. So it's about living life with passion. So here it is. So my goal is to inspire people to live life with passion. Why? Because we only have one shot at this life.
Right.
Right? Look at this. Watch this. I asked my publisher, I go, can I please put this in? She said, oh God, now what? You already put the asshole thing in. Now what do you want? I said, listen, I go, I just want to make sure this is like the first sentence of my book. Can we do this? She's like, okay, what is it, Albert? I go, you don't have to spell it. You can maybe put like ... but people know. So the beginning of my book, like this is the first page of my book. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You have one shot at this life. Don't fuck it up.
Yep. This is not practice. This is real.
This is not practice. You have a gift. And I think that's where it starts for me. It's a gift. Yeah. I feel it's a gift that I've been landed on. I've had this opportunity to live on this planet, right? And I'm going to make the best of it. And there's nothing better than donating money and helping different causes or helping people become successful. Here's the thing. Not only did I build my business for calling expireds for sell by owners, just listed, just sold. Do you know how I'm really building my business right now? Right now, doing this for 22 years? I'm building a tribe, advocates, supporters in my little tribe of followers. And to get people to follow you, you know what you need to do? You need to help other people succeed.
Yeah.
Because when you help other people succeed, naturally you have abundance amount of success. Don't be selfish with the information. Share, inspire people, and help them. A lot of people that I help has nothing to do with real estate. Right now, I'm helping so many people for the CARES Act that's out. There's unemployment that people are not aware of, right? There's the PPP loan. There's the disaster loan. I had to study all this to make sure all my people in my tribe that were business owners were understanding, hey, get the emergency grant loan. You got to get the PPP. So giving value, the more value you give, the more valuable you become, the more money you'll be rewarded with. Does that make sense?
Correct. 100%.
So again, I don't advertise in my business. Not saying that's the wrong thing. I know so many real estate agents that farm and door knock, spend a lot of money on advertising. It's great. They're building their brand and it's great. I just choose not to do that because I've had so much success over the phone. To get an REO count from a cold call that ended up being hundreds of homes, it's kind of hard to say, Albert, don't use the phones.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well, I think that is a perfect place to wrap up. You've provided so much value to our listeners and our viewers. I want to remind everyone about Albert's book, Passion Punch to Success. It can be found on Amazon. There'll be a link to it in the description. Please go pick it up. It will help you get in the right mindset for how to think about every single day of your business. And it includes a 14-day plan included in the book as well. And also, get uncomfortable. Go to landvoice.com/Albert, put in the coupon code TAKE117 and get yourself some calls to make. And what you'll find is most agents aren't doing it. It doesn't mean it's easy. It isn't, but it is worth it because all it takes is that one phone call where like Albert was saying, all of a sudden the person goes, hey, by the way, I've got a lot of other properties. Can you help me with that too? And you will build an amazing business. And also you'll just introduce a new skill set. If you can learn how to pick up the phone when you don't want to and make those calls, you will be unstoppable.
If there's anything, thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for sharing that. That was so awesome to close with that. If anything, if you don't want to call the expires for sale by owners, you want to take your time, you know what you could do, which is freaking awesome, is you pick up your phone, right? And you have your past clients in there, send them a recorded voicemail.
Yeah, it's great.
You text it to them. Hey, buddy, it's Albert. Just thinking about you, man. How's everything going? You okay? If you need anything, let me know. Interest rates are all-time low.
Yeah, right.
2.85. If you know anybody, let me know. I was just thinking about you, and then send it.
Yes.
A video recording is great. I'm telling you. If you want to just focus on something, focus on your past clients and your sphere of influence. Forget expires for sale by owners. Just focus on that. Either call them, leave them a message, or send them a recorded thing through text. Okay. And then one thing I want to leave you with is this. Since I'm going into the commercial space, commercial is a whole different arena. Okay. And we pay connection fees, and we can do that legally through escrow. We just 1099 the real estate agent. So I've noticed since I've been doing this for a year and a half, and since I know so many realtors, so many real estate agents have connections to commercial properties. They just don't know how to bring them down, or they don't know what to do. So by your agents and your viewers calling me or sending me an email, say, hey, Albert, there's this $25 million mobile home park or this and that. I can connect you directly to the seller or the agent that's direct to the seller. It's off market. By you just connecting us, there's a fee to be made. And it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So
what's the best way, if any of our listeners or viewers out there do have a connection they want to share with you or maybe see if you can assist with, what's the best way they should reach out?
God, that's so awesome. So they could text me or they can call me on my cell phone, which is 408-309-7206. Again, 408-309-7206. I'm very good at phones. I'm very good about text. So just you can send me an email, but can you put the email there on the?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And here's what I want to tell you. When I talked about extraordinary service, one of the qualities of giving extraordinary service, the number one thing is communication. Yeah. Never leave people in the dark. They did a survey, National Association did a survey, and they said, how long will you wait before you get a response from your real estate agent? Do you know what that wait time is? They're willing to wait 1 hour.
They're right.
After an hour, they're going to go, that jerk. So I knock that off. So if I'm in a presentation, listening presentation, I say, guys, I apologize. Can you just give me 1 second? Hey, I'm sorry I missed your call. I'm in a presentation. I'll get right back with you. Can you give me 45 minutes? Boom. It's all about communication, and it's in lightning speed. So one of the things that I do that gives you extraordinary service is call the client before they call me. Updates. Communication is key in this business. Okay, so that's one little token. And there's so many real estate agents that for some reason, they never answer their phone. They don't get back in time. I get it. We're all busy. Listen, I did REOs, okay, and there's hundreds of them. And on average, okay, just put things in perspective, from 2007 to 2013 in Silicon Valley, selling REOs, when I put an REO in the market, a minimum 10 offers. I looked at, in my career,
That's incredible.
I looked at over 5,000 offers in 8 years.
Wow.
Okay. And let me tell you something, that built a reputation for me. I got to be well known because I had so many volume of properties coming out from the banks. But you know what? I give extraordinary service, not only to the buyer or the seller. Guess who else I give extraordinary service to? The real estate agent.
The other agent. Yeah.
That's why so many people went out and bought the book when I released it 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Okay. So it's all about extraordinary service, and then follow through and follow up. If you say you're going to mail a pencil, even though it's a pencil, you said you're going to send it, but you send it a week later, that's wrong. If you say you're going to send a pencil, you better send that pencil. And you better send it lightning speed. So when you say you're going to do something, you do it. And you do it fast. Follow up and follow through. It's incredible to do those kind of things. It'll make you.
Well, Albert, thank you so much for being on the show. You have provided the highest level of passion we've probably seen in our 200 episodes. We're so grateful to have you on the show. And I want to remind everyone to please visit Albert. You can go to his website, which is albertgaribaldi.com. Follow him on Instagram. All of his social media is there. And also buy his book, Passion Punch to Success, available on Amazon. On behalf of the listeners, Albert, and viewers, we say thank you. We appreciate so much for the value you've provided today and really given us not only just a pep talk, but actionable strategies to help take our business to the next level. And on behalf of the listener, on behalf of Albert and myself, to the listeners and the viewers, we also say thank you. And we ask all of our viewers and listeners to do just one thing before you go. Please tell a friend. Think of one other agent out there that could benefit from having heard this episode with Albert, and send them a link. The easiest way to do that is to go right to our website, keepingitrealpod.com. All of our episodes are there, including this one. And also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/keepingitrealpod. Albert, thank you so much. This was a great time. I appreciate all your energy, your passion, and all the information. It's just been absolutely wonderful. So on behalf of everyone, we say thank you. And we will see all of our listeners, and they will hear us and view us on our next episode. Thanks, Albert.
Thank you. Thank you again.